right, here are the solutions for the practice on zero and negative exponents. I'll get right into it. Again, you can watch this for any questions you have. You can pause it, you can rewind it, you can fast forward to the questions that you specifically have. So I'll just go through it and try and circle each problem as I go so you are able to fast forward better. So, number one. We're using the rule that a number to a negative exponent is equal to the reciprocal to the positive exponent. So 3 to the negative 2, it's over 1, so we're going to flip that thing upside down and say 1 over 3 to the positive 2, and then we'll go ahead and evaluate. 3 to the second power is 3 squared, which is 3 times 3, which is 9. So this would be 1/9. Okay, on number 2, remember there's a difference with what is being repeated. In other words, what's the base? And in this case, on number 2, the negative is not part of the base that's being repeated because the negative is not inside parentheses. So this is negative 6 to the negative third. So that's over 1. If you flip it upside down, you get negative 1 over 6 to the positive 3. You can take out your calculator and do 6 times 6, which is 36, times another 6, will give you 216. So this ends up being negative 1 over 216. Number 3. Well, this means 6 to the negative third power. There is no negative inside that parentheses, so technically those parentheses don't really matter. Uh-oh, press something, lost all the work. What happened? There it is. So back to number 3. We have, this is just going to be over 1, so we flip it over and we get 1 over positive 6 to the positive third power, and we just figured that 6 to the third power is 216, so that equals 1 over 216. All right, number 4. This goes with the rule that any number to the 0 power equals 1. So 15 to the 0 power is 1. Okay, on number 5, now we're evaluating with specific values. So with x equals negative 2 and y equals 4. So remember, you need to use parentheses to substitute because the x is repeated a certain number of times, and so when we substitute, we need that, whatever we substitute in, to also be repeated. So that's negative 2 in parentheses to the negative 4 power, and that's going to be over 1, so we flip it upside down to get a positive exponent, and the base is still negative 2. Now it's to the positive power. And so what this means is 1 over negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Well, it's an even number of negatives, which is going to give us a positive answer. And 2 to the 4th power is 16, so we'll get 1 over 16. For 6, first we substitute using parentheses. Negative 2 to the negative 2 power times 4. So the exponents need to be handled, and anything with a positive exponent can stay where it is. With the negative exponent, it gets flipped upside down. So if this whole thing's over 1, then what stays on top is 5 times 4, and what goes upside down is negative 2, which is now to the positive 2. So this right here went to the bottom. Now, on the top, 5 times 4 is 20. On the bottom, negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Okay, number 7. Negative 2, substituting for x, we get negative 2, that's to the 0 power. Y is 4 to the negative 1 power. This is negative 2 times negative 2 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. And then to the negative 1 power. Remember, this is all over 1. This goes to the bottom and becomes a positive exponent. So we're going to be left with negative 2 times 1 doesn't matter. And on the bottom we have 4 now to the positive 1 power. Well, 4 to the first power is just 4, so we have negative 2 over 4. And you can reduce that to negative 1 half. And the last problem, we're going to substitute in 3/4. Now, it'll make it easier to put the y is on the top, so that's a 4. And that whole thing is to the negative 2 power. Okay, so really we have 3 over 4, so it might be easier to actually clean up what's inside the parentheses before we do the exponent, because we can, and this 4 and this 4 can cancel. So really all of this is 3 to the negative 2 power. Well, that's over 1, so flip it upside down and you get 1 over 3 to the positive 2 power, which is 1 over 3 times 3, which is 1 over 9. There are the solutions.